You're about to take a behind-the-scenes ride into the world where pizza and more come to life. Let's start with pizza, because, let's face it, everyone loves pizza. Instead of relying on tired old hands to knead dough, modern machines do the job faster and with pinpoint precision. The dough is rolled into uniform thin sheets while a dusting of flour prevents sticking. Thanks to the magic of yeast, the dough naturally rises and puffs a bit, so pin rollers poke tiny holes to let the air escape and keep it flat. Next, automated cutters punch out perfectly round bases, so no lopsided pies here. Then comes that mouth-watering layer of tomato sauce. Dispensers swirl the sauce evenly onto each base, careful to avoid the edges. It's not just a topping, it's a flavor bomb waiting to detonate in your mouth. Okay, maybe not a bomb, but a mini flavor tsunami at least. The sauce dough goes into ovens for a quick pre-bake, creating a strong, crisp base that can handle anything you pile on it. Next, toppings. That's where personality comes in. Each pizza gets its own signature mix depending on the style. Pepperoni, mushrooms, olives, bacon, pineapple if you're into that. Machines carefully layer each ingredient with robotic consistency, making sure every bite gets its fair share. Once they're topped to perfection, the pizzas are cooled, packed, sealed, and boxed to stay safe and fresh. Some factories use individual molds to hold smaller pizzas, giving them that handcrafted look with industrial-level output. And while some may wonder who actually buys frozen pizza when you can order fresh, the answer is simple: convenience. Whether it's a surprise guest, a college all-nighter, or a dinner you forgot to plan, frozen pizza is your go-to superhero. Toss it in the oven, bake for 20 minutes, and boom, you've got a delicious meal with zero effort. So let's talk pasta. Ever wonder how thousands of pasta boxes end up looking and tasting the same? Well, it's all down to machines. High-speed, highly calibrated machines, to be exact. They portion, cook, and box up pasta with sauces so precise it's as if a Michelin star chef built them. These meals are ready to go. Pasta meals really are a lifesaver on busy nights, whether you're feeding a hungry kid after soccer practice or just too tired to cook. They're fast, hygienic, and honestly, surprisingly tasty. It's industrial comfort food at its finest, hearty and ready in minutes. Now for the crispy stuff, say hello to fried mushrooms. Yes, those little crunchy flavor bombs you pop by the handful. The mushrooms are first tossed in a special breading mix that clings tightly, thanks to industrial coaters that make sure no mushroom is left behind. Then, they take a dip in a hot oil bath at just the right temperature and duration to lock in that perfect golden brown crunch. After their fry ride, they're flash-cooled to preserve the crunch and keep excess oil from ruining the texture. These aren't soggy snacks, they're crispy, flavorful, and made for snack perfection. And we are not done yet. Let's head to the egg station. Here, machines crack eggs by the thousands, separating whites from yolks with surgical precision. These yolks are then pasteurized and filled into antibacterial pouches to stay fresh and safe. It's eggs, but smarter. Speaking. Okay, so meet the rice pot that never burns. Cooked rice is portioned into prepared meal boxes by conveyor systems that never spill or clump. Chicken balls, gravies, and sauces follow next, each poured with clean, exact movements that make your average chef look like a slob. These meals are all about scale, serving flavor in bulk while keeping it clean, fresh, and fast. And honestly, who could ask for more? Forget sourdough, that rustic, chewy bread with a crust that sings when you slice into it. Whether it's served warm with jam, dunked in soup, or paired with a roast, sourdough fits any meal, really. Its fermentation takes time, but factories have, mastered the timing. Then there's Parmesan cheese, a masterpiece that takes years to age. Some wheels are aged for over 2 years, developing that complex, nutty flavor and crumbly texture that makes it worth the wait. It's slow food done fast at scale. Ever opened a can of peaches and marveled at how perfect the chunks are? That's automation, baby. Peaches are peeled, pitted and diced by machines that work faster and cleaner than any human hand. Once processed, the peach chunks are sealed in large bags or cans, locking in flavor and freshness. No spoilage, no mush, just juicy bites ready for your next dessert or smoothie. Dried apricots get a similar treatment. Not only are they packed with vitamin A and C for healthy skin and immunity, but they're also sun-dried and packaged in ultra-hygienic facilities that preserve every nutrient and ounce of flavor. When cherry pie season ends, canned cherries come to the rescue. These ruby red gems are sweet, plump, and ready to make your dessert dreams come true. Canned cherries are not only convenient, but they're also surprisingly healthy, loaded with antioxidants and vitamins. And when you're craving a cookie with just the right crackle, enter sugar syrup-coated cookies. The dough is mixed, shaped, and baked until golden brown. Then they're cooled and passed through a syrup-coating drum that gives them that perfect glossy finish without turning them soggy. After drying, each cookie has a sweet crust you can hear as you bite into it. Every cookie, every pizza, every mushroom, each one is visually inspected, passed through quality control, and packed with care. Imagine walking through a massive humming factory floor where centuries-old culinary traditions meet futuristic automation, all to produce one of the most fascinating ingredients in modern cooking. Salted duck egg yolks. It starts quietly, with each egg undergoing a careful inspection for quality. Only the finest eggs move forward into a brine bath made from purified water, mineral-rich salt, and special earth elements that help create the signature golden yolk. The eggs rest in this solution for anywhere from a week to a full month, depending on the desired depth of flavor. Over time, the yolks transform into rich, savory gems used in dishes across Asia and increasingly in gourmet kitchens worldwide. Once fully cured, these eggs head to a specialized cracking machine that gently splits them open with surgical precision. The whites have thinned out over time and are discarded, while the yolks, now firm and flavorful, are carefully extracted and placed on trays. These golden treasures are dried, inspected and sorted into containers by factory workers who handle each yolk with the same care you'd expect from a luxury chocolatier. But that's just the beginning of their journey. These salted duck egg yolks are now ready to take on their most iconic role, becoming the savory heart of a mooncake in another part of the factory. Mooncake production is running in full swing. These rich pastries celebrated during the Mid-Autumn Festival are being prepared by the hundreds. The dough and fillings, sometimes sweet, sometimes savory, are kneaded and pressed into shape. But the real magic happens when a salted egg yolk is nestled right in the center of the filling like a hidden gem. Whether it's red bean, lotus seed paste, or a nutty medley, the yolk adds a burst of umami that balances the sweetness and makes every bite unforgettable. Mooncakes aren't just snacks, they're edible symbols of togetherness and tradition. Often given as gifts to family and friends during the full moon, the salted egg yolk at the center is more than just an ingredient. It's a cultural touchstone believed to represent the full moon and unity. But this factory doesn't just produce mooncakes. Across the floor, cans of fruit cocktail are being filled with vibrant cubes of pineapple, papaya, and cherries packed in light syrup and ready for salads, desserts, or a quick snack. These aren't just for holiday hams anymore. From baking to yogurt toppings and even quick lunches, canned fruits offer year-round convenience and freshness. Meanwhile, another line is dedicated to the humble hard-boiled egg, a food that Americans have fully embraced. Pre-cooked, peeled, and vacuum-packed eggs are making their way down the line. Destined for protein-packed lunches, salads, or sandwich fillings, these ready-to-eat eggs are a quiet revolution in meal prep, offering the nutrition of a fresh egg without the mess or effort. In the refrigerated section, a tumble of blueberries is being sorted and boxed. These bite-sized berries are the ultimate snack. No peeling, no pitting, just rinse and pop. Packed with antioxidants and flavor, they're ideal for everything from smoothies to breakfast bowls. Frozen blueberries are also popular, doubling as smoothie boosters or, mini popsicles during hot summer afternoons. And what's a factory tour without stumbling across the smell of sizzling sausage? Conveyor belts move hundreds of lengths at a time as they're grilled, cured, and vacuum sealed for shipping. The numbers are staggering. On average, Americans consume over 5 pounds of sausage per person every year. Whether it's breakfast, links, bratwurst on the grill, or spicy Italian slices on pizza, sausages hold a firm place in American food culture. And if you've ever wondered how sugar-coated cookies get that irresistible shine, this is where it happens. Freshly baked cookies are sent down a conveyor belt, where a stream of sugar syrup coats them in glossy sweetness. Cooling fans help solidify the glaze, revealing tiny white sugar crystals that sparkle like frost. Workers delicately separate the still warm cookies to prevent sticking, ensuring that each one makes it to packaging with its shine and shape intact. The result? A sugary snack that looks as good as it tastes, crispy on the outside, soft inside, and honestly perfect with a glass of milk or a late-night craving. Move a little further and you'll find crepes being made with robotic arms that glide across hot plates like painters brushing batter onto canvas. Each one is thin, delicate, and flipped with mechanical grace. Whether stuffed with chocolate, fruit, or savory fillings, they're proof that even delicate artisan foods can be scaled up with the right technology. Nearby, potato chips are sizzling in hot oil, their surface bubbling and curling into that perfect crunch. The smell is, honestly, just intoxicating. These chips go from raw potato slices to golden crisps in just seconds. Lightly salted and vacuum sealed, they're definitely one of the most addictive snacks around. Though not exactly a superfood in moderation, there is that satisfying indulgence. That first bite, the loud crunch, the salty hits. It's really no wonder why chips continue to top snack food sales across the country. Pancakes are being poured, cooked and stacked by the dozen eggs. These aren't your ordinary flapjacks. These are filled pancakes with a creamy or fruity center that oozes out when you cut into them. For many Americans, pancakes bring back nostalgic memories. Lazy Sunday mornings, grandma flipping the batter or the smell wafting through the house. At breakfast, filled pancakes add a new twist to an old classic, giving you that fluffy texture with a gooey surprise. Across the room, a machine is melting and molding chocolate into precise forms. The glistening chocolate is stirred, poured, and cooled with mesmerizing rhythm. Watching it flow is almost hypnotic. Each swirl and drop feels like edible art. Meanwhile, blocks of cheese are being fed into slicing machines that shred them into perfect ribbons. These shreds are destined for pizzas, tacos, grilled sandwiches, and just about anything you can melt cheese on, even dough is getting the raw treatment. Machines with hydraulic presses and cutters are shaping cookies, crackers, and biscuits with uniform perfection. What once took hours by hand now happens in seconds. These machines are the unsung heroes of modern baking, ensuring every cookie you eat looks just like the one on the box. This isn't just a factory, it's a food lover's theme park. From savory yolks and sugary cookies to fresh berries and cheesy shreds. Everything here is engineered for flavor, efficiency, and convenience. Have you ever stood in the frozen food aisle holding a ready meal in your hand and wondered how exactly do factories whip up something so complete, so delicious, and so neatly packed in a tray? It's easy to take it for granted, but the truth is, behind every single meal box lies a symphony of precision engineering. Automated systems and carefully sourced ingredients working together to serve up a fresh, tasty bite every time in massive humming factories running round the clock. These meals are produced by the thousands every minute, and the process is more fascinating than you might